Alright, so I'm just I tried to feed the Trommel a little bit with this backhoe. Problem is this stuff here has so much clay in it, it's just really hard to manage it. It's not even going through the distribution chute very good, or the header box, I mean. I'm just kind of using the backhoe right now just to keep everything loosened up in a nice pile so I don't have to walk too far from the Trommel. But, so, yeah, I'm hoping it's Monday today. Because I'm doing this all by hand over here, I'm thinking that I'm gonna make sure that one foot's starting to fall off on the back right side from the perspective you're looking at. But yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna keep using the excavator here as a support, and then so the plan is Monday. It's Monday today. I'm gonna run this pile all day today, or unless I get it all done today, I probably won't. If I don't get this done today, I'll work on this tomorrow, and then regardless of where I get to, because I'm doing this mostly by hand, it's taking longer. I do want to get other places on the claim here. So this trip, so I want to. I'm gonna work here Monday. I'll give Tuesday for this spot, but then regardless of where I am at down here, Wednesday morning I'm moving the Trommel, and I'm gonna move it up top here to run this pile right here. And this stuff doesn't really have clay in it. It's mostly just powder. I know this is about $15 per yard from what I found before, and that's about 30. So it's kind of like, hard part is it's kind of like I want to keep running this because it's the best dirt on the claim, but it's also taking me a lot longer. This stuff should be able to run a lot easier. It's all on flat ground, so kind of torn on that a little bit. But I think just for the purposes of this particular trip, I'm just going to give this down here 2 more days, or until I'm done. And then Wednesday morning I'm gonna either start moving this stuff up, or I'm gonna already have it moved up and start up here. So alright, so I'll show you kind of what I'm doing with the backhoe first, and then I'll show you me running the Trommel. It's just taking quite a few hours. I'm obviously not gonna film the whole thing, but I'll show you what I got. Start up the Trommel, and then I go start the pump with these valves closed, and I slowly open them. I don't want a sudden rush of water in that loose box. I get the water going, and I need to get some dirt in there as soon as possible so it's not running dry. In fact, I'm going to take a shovel full, throw some in, so when it starts, at least have a little bit going down this loose box. And the amount of dirt I'm putting in is a lot more fine tailings in here than there is coarse tailings. The coarse tailings is not building up. There is a tiny little bit of fine tailings. The fines in the coarse tailings is not very much, it's a very little bit. But the amount of coarse tailings I have, I'm not too worried about it because I can easily just run that through some other time. And it's like 10 yards of this might be a yard of coarse tailings or something like that. So that's the first thing I do. Try to keep all the dirt off the Trommel. It's engine too, but it's hard. First thing I do is I start the Trommel. Alright, so I got the Trommel started. Not sure what was wrong with it. It wasn't out of fuel, but there was a lot of dirt on the engine. So I just took the one hose and sprayed the dirt off the engine, and now cleaned the engine up a little bit from all the dirt, and now it seems to run. So I'm wondering if there was a rock maybe on one of the linkages that kind of control the fuel or something. I don't know. But somehow cleaning the engine of all the dirt and rocks seemed to work. So the good thing is kind of getting kind of stressed out there for a minute. Like usually when something like that happens and you don't really know, it's like something like that happens, you don't can't wait so that engine quit working and take it all off and get it going, and like waste the entire day. So alright, so I'm just gonna go run some more dirt. Watch that pressure gauge. You got water coming through. As soon as that hits, it goes up, sort of shut the valve off quick. You don't plug your lift box. Totally get used to water. You gotta get all the air pushed out of the system. So there's essentially what happened. Just completely broke the end of that pipe. Just got to cut that, level, same on the other side. Put a coupler in there, PVC cement. I might have to put an extension on there, so we'll see. But just thinking that has room to go in, so I'm hoping I'll fit it first before I put the cement on. Alright, so now I go undo this other end. Can't see any gold in the loose box yet, but I'm betting it's down below. And I'm hoping it's actually there. Aliens are getting quite tall. I'm trying to work the excavator around here so I can reach in and get these dealt with. I'll start by taking this hose off. This is what happens when you get a little complacent. You start putting big rocks in. You start thinking there might be a few flakes of gold on some of these rocks, but it ends up costing you a lot more than any little flake on those pieces on those rocks. So kind of find whenever you get parts for out on the mine, if something breaks and you need to go buy something, make sure you buy two, because there's a good chance that whatever broke is probably going to break again in the future sometime. So. Same thing, completely broken. Alright, so I'm just gonna, I got the generator back to the truck with the angle grinder. I'm just gonna run back, cut that, and then I'll be right back here. And I'll just shut the camera down while I do this. Alright, we're just at the Home Hardware here in Quesnel. Just gonna pick up the parts we need. Alright, so we're back here at the claim. Just got back from Quesnel. Trucks heats up pretty good on some of these hills. Coming from Quesnel to Wells, it's quite a climb, so the truck does heat up quite a bit. So I just have the hood open right now. I gotta check the oil before I leave, because for some reason it does burn oil, but if you get the engine over 3,000 RPM, it seems to burn quite a bit more. So, and there was quite a few sections from Wells to Quesnel that do burn oil. So just left the hood open so I don't forget to do that. So anyway, I got all my parts up here. It's 5:30 here right now. I usually want to head out here about 8:30 to 9 about, but yeah, I want to see if I can get this fixed quickly. It shouldn't be that long. The PVC cement shouldn't have to take that long to dry, but we'll see. But I'll video me doing this. Here's all my parts right here. I got this white hose. Hopefully I'm going to see if I can wrap it around some of the fittings on the hydraulic fittings on the backhoe to see if that could help in case there was a leak or something like that. Just a thought, but. So I got this cut. Not really the proper tool, but I didn't want to have to buy it. I got all the proper tools at home, which was another thing I forgot to bring. Didn't really think of it anyway, having this break. But so yeah, it's all that, and I'm hoping it's gonna fit good. Anyway, I'm gonna go try the coupler, see if it's kind of mock it up in there, make sure it all fits, and use the glue to put it on. I know there was a little bit of, all the holes are so scattered on here. There's going to be a couple holes on the ends. Hopefully the water going in there isn't going to blow the cement apart. Hopefully if I give it a few extra minutes to dry, hopefully it'll work out good. Alright, so let's see if I can get this to work. So I'm just going to mock it up quick before I put any cement in there. Hoping this is still enough to hold it. Oh, it's gonna be close. Yes. It's gonna be enough. That is awesome. It actually gives more room here. It's more cool. It's not all a loss, I guess. Broke down and actually gonna improve the Trommel a little bit. And I'm actually gonna get a cable to go from there to here. Steel cable that I have. Support this a little bit. So I'm gonna put this, use this PVC cement, put that on here, and then let it dry for a little bit. Alright. So I'm trying to think how I should do this. I don't know if I have both of these. I don't know if I have any more of these ends here. What I'm gonna do, that over there. That around like that. Now this will have to be more properly secured later, but I don't have the right ends for this. I just kind of thought of this now. So, of course I could have got this stuff when I was in Quesnel, but I'm definitely not going back to do that now. And once this is dry, we can put it back on. This could come like that. Can somehow, see, this could come around like this. I could essentially tighten that. Let's put it on there, which means I can cut it right about here somewhere. So hopefully I can cut this wire with my tin snips, or I'll have to bring the generator back up here. Cable is built differently than a it's doing it. I reckon my tin snips were doing this, but back and forth between the two tools maybe. Definitely an example of using the wrong tool for the job. Got the cables ready to go. I'm going to put them on. Hopefully that's not going to take too long. And then I'm going to put the, I'll show you that big rock that wrecked this bar. And from now on in, no more big rocks. I'm going to filter them out, deal with them later. But I'm going to get these cables put on quick, and then I'm going to get this spray bar put back in, and then hopefully by then I can get some of this dirt run tonight. Get a little bit more out of this pile done tonight, and again tomorrow I'm going to work down here, and then Wednesday morning, regardless of what's done down here, I'm moving up there. And maybe if I get that done quick I can come back down, but I doubt it. But bad about when stuff like this happens. Sometimes something like this goes wrong in your life, like the spray bar breaking. And my first tendency would be to just get all angry about it, and because it's messing everything up. I'm trying to get to the point that, you know, I'm trying to just get to the point of just trusting God about things like this, because maybe in something that's happening that's making my day go bad, which in long term is nothing compared to what a lot of people are going through. But I like to just keep trusting God about, you know, what's, you know, maybe this breaking, you know, could cause me to meet somebody who I need to meet in Quesnel or something like that, you know. never know what an issue like this will actually end up bringing in your life. So, and what good things can come out of it. And so I'm just trying to trust, God when bad things happen. That, not that this is a bad thing compared to what some people go through in their life, obviously, but when just stuff like this happens, just try to trust God that maybe there's a reason or something good's coming out of what is, or something good is going to come out of what happened. So anyway, I'm just trying to find the bolts that come out of there. Has been quite a little adventure. This is my third year coming out here, and still not a very big operation, but when I think about it, I've come quite a ways. So 3 years ago when I come up here, when I bought this, well actually before I bought the claim, when I was just checking it out, I would have never thought that I would have a mini excavator out here. I never thought I'd have that backhoe. It's kind of a neat way of looking at it. Sometimes you can think in life, I wish I was here, I wish I was there, but gotta remember you're somewhere now where you dreamed about being, 3 years ago. Makes you think where you're gonna be next, 3 years from now. Sluice box is looking good. Don't see any gold in it yet, but hopefully it's all at the bottom, hiding under all the fines. Alright, so now I'm gonna spin that, make sure I guess I can do that when I fire it up. I kind of like the spray bar to be at an angle, not straight down, because most of the rocks actually stay in one because they're getting flipped around in there. They actually kind of stay more at an angle than actually at the bottom. So they fall on the bottom, but with when they're suspended in the air and the water hitting them is what really gets them clean. At least that's my theory behind it. That's one thing I saw on Freddy Dodge Mine Rescue. Was two things I learned on this Trommel from Freddy Dodge Mine Rescue is having the angle of your water spraying not down but more at an angle to where the rocks are getting flipped around at, and my riffles down in the sluice box, having them just set, not all uniform, have some closer together than others. So if one piece of gold doesn't like this riffle, I might like the next one. So.